Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we have a review of a Fiat Panda 100HP. Now the actual intro to this video somehow didn't record, so this is why you get to see me first before you get to see the car. But anyway, it is a small Italian hot hatchback and brilliant little cars, and I love them. One of the coolest cars ever made. And it is owned by Daniel from Daniel Drives, the YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. He will have a video of my MX-5 on his channel as well very shortly. But just a couple of technical details. So this is more of a warm hatch than a super hot hatch, but it's still a fantastic car to drive. Great chassis on them, etc. Very good cars for front wheel drive platform. It is a 1.4 litre naturally aspirated 16 valve 4-cylinder engine with 99 bhp or 100 metric horsepower, top speed of 115 miles an hour, and 0 to 60 in 9.5 seconds. They are the factory claims, and we'll get those out of the way before we go on to the next bit of the video. This is not a professional review. It's not Matt Watson style, or Watt Matson, if that's what if you say at Hetherington. But it's not that sort of style. It's not professional. It's just a bit of fun, and hopefully you get to see why we enjoy the Fiat Panda so much. So yes. Enjoy the rest of the video. Let's get to it.
Yeah. So, we've got the alloys, which I think have always been really nice. I do quite like the way the alloys look on these cars. We've got the 100 HP stripe with the Italian flag, which is nothing like an Italian flag on the side of an Italian car. I would love an Alfa with an Italian flag all across the side door. So cool. We have the sticker, which is like a must. I've got one under the bonnet on the MX-5. Then at the back, you get this really aggressive look to them, and the massive exhaust, which is actually quite big. It's going to be hot in it, but oh, it's actually not. Look at the size of that beast. You put 4 fingers in there. It's bigger than standard. It's custom, so it'll sound really cool. So yeah, they are really cool cars. They're quite well known for the occasional bit of rust. They do that, but then so do most hatchbacks from this sort of era, like Golfs and stuff. Still do, and MX-5s are much worse. So I'm going to show you that. But I've always loved these. They are incredibly good to drive, and basically it was an Abarth project that was shelved, and Abarth should have sold it, but they didn't, and they missed a good opportunity because it's a rare, very, very good fun to drive, very interesting car, and technically it's a Ferrari.
I'd say it's a Ferrari. A lot of people say, you know, Fiat stands for fix it again tomorrow, but I like to say it's Ferrari in affordable trim.
Exactly! That's what it is, because Ferrari will have owned Fiat and Abarth at the same time, and they still do. So basically, it was a Ferrari tweaked hot hatchback. Well, it effectively was, because Fiat basically went, we need a bit of suspension help, and Ferrari are gone, yeah, there's a bit of engineering nous.
Bit of F12.
But basically what Volvo do with the 850i, they went, Porsche, can you help develop a front wheel drive car for us, yeah? It's probably a similar situation. So they are very, very good cars, and they're very good to drive. And I've read a lot of the reviews on them, and everyone made a beeline for them, and they've said they're very good first cars. So if you are watching this and you're like, I want a first car, MX-5s are good, but be careful of rust. They become money pits. But if you want something that's relatively stress-free, I assume,
yes,
it's been quite reliable.
Yeah.
Good fun, pretty nippy. I would say these are the ultimate first car. I always recommend these. I say if you want rear wheel drive, I say E36 compact or an MX-5. But if you want front wheel drive and practical, I always say one of these for definite 100%. Or an Audi A2. I quite like those. They're quite cool cars. I do like an A2.
Yes, I like an A2.
1.4 diesel's the best one as well.
Yeah.
100%, because you get like 88 mpg from them. So yes. Well, this is a practical. I unusually. That's a bit of mud. That's not good. It rained the other day, as you can probably see, so we're going to have to stand there if you're not running in the mud. You've got tinted windows.
Yes.
It's quite cool.
Yes, that's from factory as well.
That's quite cool. We'll go this side because it's not as muddy. It's got back seats, which I'm not used to. I'm not used to back seats. I've never seen these before. Is it open?
Yes, it's open.
Oh my god, it's got seats. I've never seen seats before.
Back seats.
Got that. So there's actually quite a bit of room in there.
Yeah. Bear in mind, I'm 6'2". Driver's seat's in my position.
Yeah, you are quite tall.
You can fit a human in the back.
I could probably you and you'd fit in there.
Yeah, I would
You're
fit
quite
in
short. So
I don't know how tall I am. I'm like 5'7".
yeah,
5'8".
you're shorter than me. I'm 5'8". So
Yeah, it's about 5'7".
Anyway, they've not got much here, so you'd think the boot's actually quite small. It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually a decent
They're actually
size.
really compact. They've got the space. Do you know what it's like? It's like a TARDIS.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
It's got all my stuff in the back.
Do you think David Tennant used to drive one of these?
I reckon he did, you know?
Because it is literally like a tank. Look at the size of the boots. If you think, the boot's massive, but the seat's here.
Yeah.
So how could, it's not even, it's bigger than that. How does that, I can't get my head around that. It's just mad how it works. The packaging's really good on a car like this. It's why I've always said to my mum, you need to buy one, but she wouldn't listen. And now she's got a 3-door Ford KA, and it's slow as a tree coming out of the ground. It's been planted, and it's literally a 3-door, so it is impractical. It's actually less practical than that, because at least that doesn't have back seats you have to clamber into. Nightmare. Then the front of the interior. Another thing is, I would do if I had a Panda 100 horsepower and putting a bath wheel on it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure, because I don't know if it entirely fits with the design of the rest of the interior.
They just look cool though.
They do look cool, yeah.
They look quite cool.
Yeah.
That's just because, yeah. But other than that, I'd probably leave it standard. You have the 6-speed manual gear lever, which is actually white as well, which is really cool. It's also in a good position, I think, for your driving sort of position, because you don't want it too low. Because if you're trying to reach down here, you're sort of looking away from the road because you can't find it. It's nice when they're really close to you. It's why the MX-5's good as well, because it's really close. You can just like flick it in there quick. Is it really short throw? Or is it quite long?
It's quite short throw. A lot of people have fitted short shifters, which makes it
Even shorter.
even shorter.
Well, I put a short shifter on an already short road car.
yeah.
So that's why when you was probably looking,
probably
he was
similar
like,
then.
is that in first or is it in third? I can't tell. So it's that short. Sometimes you do miss, but luckily it's got a lock on it so you don't have to actually put it in, because then the engine will blow up, which most cars do. So it will be quite short, and because it's a 6-speed, it'll be dead tight and dead really revvy, and it'll be really good fun because you've got 6 gears. Well, you just put it in 6 on the motorway and then just leave it there
it's
all day.
amazing on the motorway. Yeah.
That's
I'd
actually
say
good.
6th gear in the motorway in this, you're probably getting 50 mpg if
really
you're feathering it.
That's good for an NA as well, because
Yeah.
NA cars do eat a bit more fuel.
Yes.
What is the fuel tank size? Is it quite small?
32 litres.
That's tiny.
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
tiny.
I know.
And do you stop for fuel like every 20 minutes?
Yeah. Yes. I need to get some before I go home. Actually, I need to get petrol.
Oh no! That's a 45 litre tank, but on average it's probably around town 24-25 mpg.
Yeah.
However, I went to Stratford-upon-Avon and back, and it still had fuel left in it when I got back, and that was the 345 miles on the tank. Worked out, it averaged over the whole weekend about 42 mpg,
yeah.
and a decatted MX-5 is not bad. And that was us ragging it as well.
Yeah.
So, it's because the fuel tank's massive. But,
at all.
so what do you get from on a tank realistically?
So, most driving obviously around town, I'd say a full tank, 32 litres, I tend to get about 220 miles. So £50 gets me 220 miles around town.
to be fair, that gets about 220.
Yeah.
And it costs 60 quid to fill up. So
Yeah.
I spend a tenner for my for my 220. I spend £10 more
Yes.
than you. And that only runs on premium unleaded, so I can only fill it up at Tesco's.
I only treat the Panda so super leaded. Only the best for the Panda.
No, but to be fair, it's better fuel, better
Yes.
for your car. You get more power. About 0.8 of a horsepower, but every little helps. It's now 100. It's a 100.8 horsepower, not 100. Now it's got E5 in it, so every little helps. And Tesco fuel is actually, you know, I say it's 99. It's actually 100.
Yeah.
It's got like it's pure like incredible V car. It's better than V power.
Yeah.
So put Tesco premium unleaded in your cars, people, because it is bonkers how good it is. I only fill that with Tesco, and if Tesco is shut, I just go an extra week on an empty tank and just see how long I can go before it conks out. So I'm like, I'm not putting anything else in. But yeah, so they are very good fun cars. We're going to take it out because it's actually the weather's actually improved a little bit. The only slight issue with you and you're going to have to stay here because
Again.
I'm not putting the roof up. So I will take the camera off Ewan, and we'll go and get some clips and this and the other, and we'll get a bit of a cold start as well.
Fantastic.
So we'll go out for a bit of a spin in the Panda, and then yeah. So let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
We've got you can probably see quite a few holes. Oh, it actually picks up quite well.
It's not bad. It's really not bad. It's one of them engines you've really got to rev to get every single bit of horsepower, like the MX-5.
Yeah, it's like an MX-5 then. So I would say they're quite similar in a couple of ways, because I mean I would say that what happens is you do Matthews A2 plus the MX-5 equals the Panda 100 horsepower.
Yes, I'd say
Would
so.
you say so? I would I'd probably say that. So
adding a bit of practicality.
yeah, so you've got
sacrificing the wind in your hair.
yeah, and then it's basically the MX-5 for people who want a little bit of practicality and not a rust nightmare.
Right, a bit of a.
It's nice to ride this. Let's go. That actually sounds
There we go.
really good, you know. Whee!
It's such a fun little car. It really is.
It is good. Like that actually really picks up. Well, it actually sounds really good as well.
Yeah.
I like how
Sounds-
we're getting the windows the same height because
I
as all
know,
car
I know.
guys do, we can't have them lower than the
It'll
other.
annoy me otherwise. Try and get the engine up to temperature.
Come out for a view that way. It's lovely. So yeah, it is. No, they are like it do drive really well. It's actually really comfy as well.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously the suspension is quite stiff, but
Yeah, it is because naturally they did stiffen it to make sure it was good to
Yeah.
drive around B roads, and they are very good on a track as well.
very good. Yes. I have taken around Alton Park actually, but quite slowly.
That is quite a good track actually.
Bicycle thing, yeah.
Oh my god, that is
Very unusual.
That's very unusual. There's a Citroen Picasso behind it.
Fourth gear.
Pickup's quite good.
As I say, it's better when you're in the lower gears because
Yeah.
you know, to do the same route we did in the MX.
Yeah, you can do.
If I could have one.
This
straight
way.
on it.
Like, oh, you can go straight on. Yeah, it's nice twisty. Is that an unmarked police car?
Did look like it, didn't it?
It did look like it. Yeah. I think we need to be careful.
Lovely roads.
They are quite nice. This one's okay. This used to be national speed limit though, and unfortunately they lowered it to a 40. But nobody
Yeah.
sticks to 40.
No.
I think I've clocked about 70 going down here, but it was a while ago. So
Obviously, officers, if you're watching, Ryan is joking.
I am joking, totally joking. I drive down the motorway. I drive down the M1 at 55. Got bored once and I just thought, why not? I just put
Change
my
down a
foot-
gear, so accelerate to 40.
We're doing 40, people. It is 40. It feels faster than 40. Hey, it holds on really well, doesn't it? It
Holds
grips
on
really
really
well.
well.
They're really good for a front wheel drive car, and you don't have too much power, so you can push the front wheels through.
Yeah.
Because when you get like a VXR, you'll be over there in that tree.
Oh yeah.
Because I keep trying to keep saying to Dylan to not buy a Mariva VXR because he will end up in the back of a Mariva doing 40 because it will understeer off and crash
Yeah.
when he's trying to do 130 miles an hour in it. So,
Right. So, I've engaged sport mode.
oh,
What
sporty
sport
mode.
mode does is it reduces the power assisted steering slightly to make it a bit stiffer, and increases the throttle response under 3,000 RPM. Basically, just makes it a bit more exciting. We're going left here.
Left, yeah. These speed bumps are a nightmare. They've got this hump in the middle. I don't know if you can see it on video.
One caught me off guard.
Yeah, it caught me and Luke, my mate, off guard in our MX-5s because we went down it a bit first and both of us scraped the front of our car. And it was quite painful.
Right,
Does that crackle?
It does
Pop?
crackle. Crackles a bit at the higher RPM. I think it's a great exhaust because it's not too much.
No, it's not. It's,
But
it's
it's definitely
perfect what you
recognisable.
need. So, like, at normal speeds like this, it's literally like so
Yeah.
quiet and just so refined.
Yeah,
I would say the MX-5 is very similar on a motorway.
yeah.
It's just really nice. We're going
Yeah.
through a little village now. It's just a really nice little village.
Nice quaint village.
It is quite cool. I drive down here a lot because there's some very nice roads around here. So
Yeah.
I end up ragging it around here, which I'm not
Yes.
sure. Oh, there's an MGF there with a
Yes.
detachable hard top, which is quite
Yeah.
rare. But yeah, they are really nippy little things as well. Like first, I've wanted one for a long time, but I've just never ever scratched the itch.
Yes.
And I think eventually I'm going to have to scratch the itch of having a Panda 100 horsepower in my life.
Yeah.
I just think I'll have to, won't I? But I am eventually going to need that practical car because when I move on and I eventually get a wife and kids, even though people don't think I will because nobody thinks anybody will have me, which is quite funny. Obviously, we're going to need something that isn't an E38 7 Series with a 4.4 litre V8 to take the kids to school in. We're going to need something a little bit more practical and a little bit safer, like a shopping car. Because I can't go to Tesco in an E38 to take up all the spaces. And it's a BMW, so I'm not going to park it in a space. I'm going to park it across 4.
Yeah.
Obviously, with BMW. So I'm going to need something a little more practical. So maybe I'm also trying to get my sister to get one.
Is it left or right?
If you go left, because that way he's got temporary traffic lights again. Should have come down here in the MX-5 actually. Oh, there's a mini coupe there, very rare thing. Yeah. Weird cars those.
So I'm coming up to this week actually 4 years with this car.
Ooh.
Obviously I've only been driving it for a year and 2 months, but 4 years and still get the exact same excitement as I did on the first day.
Well, it's what you need, isn't it?
Exactly.
If you go straight, it's a nice little bit here. It is only a 30, but you can still rag it a little bit. I think it's a 30 anyway. Shouldn't be, but there's residents, people live here and they don't want people ragging past their house.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
I'm waiting for the national speed limit sign as well. Or 40.
Fortunately, I don't know if there is one, but whole line. I believe left. Yes. Well, that's a 30 down there. That's a weird road.
Yeah.
Nice. It is actually quite.
It's
It's actually quite scenic. That is that the nine arches, the bridge on from this side, which is unusual because I've never seen it from this side before.
Give it a bit of welly.
Or it says speed cameras on that side there.
Yeah, good
So we'll be careful.
Yeah.
We'll be careful. We don't want to. It does feel a lot faster than it actually.
Yes.
Than you actually are going though.
Yeah. It is a surprise.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are surprised, perhaps. You know, people in their Fiestas and stuff, if they it was just a Panda. But
Well, no,
it's
I've said they're quite quick, so
Yeah.
you don't expect it. I mean, my dad's EcoBoost has probably got the same power as this, but it's over a second. It is a second slower to 60.
Yes.
And you can feel the difference because you've also got to wait for that turbo to spool up on that,
Yeah.
and make sure that the engine also doesn't go boom because traditionally they do.
Yes.
So
Eco boom.
EcoBooms with the wet belt,
Yeah.
which is a stupid design.
I mean, this car's on 118,500 miles now.
Which sounds high, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's really, really high." But it's actually not. I mean, mileage is nothing to be scared of.
I saw
on a car.
on the Panda Facebook group there was a guy who has one of these, and it's on 260,000 miles. And I've never seen one that high, but it fills me with a lot of confidence because this gets looked after. Yeah, it gets, you know.
You get the odd
every
little
now
bit
and
of
then.
bit of ragging here and there sometimes. Oh yeah, look at this touchscreen. It's like so cool.
Yes.
And we've got 6-speed gearbox.
Yes.
Right, so if we go left, we go past the brewery then, so you can go down the 50 zone.
Yeah.
Give it a bit of a boot full. Who doesn't like doing that?
Yeah.
Pear Tree Pub. So apart from these little like spots of houses, it's not actually that sort of urban around here. It is actually quite rural a little bit compared to what you would think.
It was beautiful this morning with the blue sky and everything.
Yeah.
Really nice. God, brutal bumps.
Yeah, they're big. I was very careful when I come over those.
Yeah.
My mate lives around the corner from here, so when I pick him up, I've got to come this way. So it's just like they are a bit big, but luckily there's this one, and then the next one's a square one.
Yeah.
And we're going to also have a look to see if the Clio Williams is in.
Oh.
Because the guy owns a Clio Williams in this house here, this cream coloured one.
Intriguing.
I know, and I was like, I nearly crashed my car looking at it last time. I'm joking. Obviously I am, but is it in? Is it there? Oh, it's there at the back! It was there. I probably want to get it on video, but oh well.
Perfect. It's a fantastic little car, it really is.
I've always said this is a great piece of road though, because you're at the 40 and then it's the really tight bend, so you end up going really slowly around the bend.
Yeah.
And it's when you come around that F bend and then you're in like say you're in second in mine, and you can just let it rip. And there's very, very rarely anybody with speed going on this road. I've never seen one.
Yeah.
So you should be fine.
Yeah.
But
there we go.
it's just so good. It's just an amazing piece of road. And it also banks in slightly as well, so it's actually like a proper, you get right close to the curb and then just let it go. You've got a couple of potholes on the left, but other than that, it is such a good piece of road. It's also where I was driven at nearly 140 miles an hour in a turbocharged Mark 1 MX-5, which was quite scary. And they hadn't resurfaced this bit.
Yeah.
See where they've resurfaced it there?
Yes.
It was, it looked like it had been somewhere that had been under nuclear attack.
Yeah.
So, if we go straight on,
What is it?
down the 40, yeah. I don't go, oh no, go this way.
Oh, that's left, isn't it?
I don't know how it works, the roadway's a bit weird, because technically there's a lot of accidents there, you know,
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
works. If you go into the state, just spin round, and then
Yep.
it's actually there's some very nice cars in this housing estate. I deliver here quite a lot,
Oh, yeah.
so some tidy motors. Some guy's got a GI Yaris, which is a very
Nice.
cool car.
Nice.
I've always said hatchback wise, I'd say the Panda 100 horsepower, GI Yaris.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The John Cooper Works Mini. You know, the one without the back seats.
Yeah.
I've always said they're like the three that I would always
Yeah.
like to either not own necessarily, but they're like hatchbacks I really like. I was just having a chin wag with a guy with a dog. What are you
Wait for
doing?
this Vauxhall Mariva to...
This unfortunately isn't a Mariva VXR,
No.
so it takes a week for it to go 600 yards. They didn't do a VXR version of that Mariva. That's like the second gen one or whatever.
There we go. Back on track.
Back on track. Yeah, it's a 40 it was also. Actually, it goes to a 50 until the corner, which I don't really understand. Speed!
Yeah.
Speed! Who doesn't love a bit of speed?
And some potholes as well.
Yeah, that's quite deep. Yeah, it's right now, so it's a bit weird how it works. The junction should be straight. I don't know.
That's very unusual.
It is very unusual. There's quite a lot of car crashes, and a lot of people always end up in that tree there as well because people don't stop.
Not us.
Luckily, no, not us today, which is good. So, yeah, this road is appallingly bad for potholes. They need to resurface this. If anybody's watching from the council, can you, or from if Rishi Sunak's somehow watching?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure that's what he does.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I'm sure he does watch some videos. Could you please put some of your HS2 money into this? Because it would be very appreciated. Because I don't have to spend £1,000 on coilovers because mine are ruined. Not that I am spending £1,000 on coilovers anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
BCs.
yeah, we'll get BC rated coilovers. But I mean, I can at least like make the council pay for it if it's free, innit? You know, like if they ruin my current suspension.
Yeah.
I did pause the video when that was on, so they know my plan now.
Right turn,
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. But it's nice and straight.
There we go.
This road is quite quiet. So you could get away with doing a drag race down here, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I would. But
Oh, it's fantastic.
it does go really well though.
Really good. The power's really linear because it hasn't got a turbo.
Yeah.
Like the MX-5.
Yeah.
You know, the power delivery is just constant.
It makes
I think that's great.
the MX-5 makes peak power at 6,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Which is quite high because it only revs 7.2.
Yeah.
So to go anywhere, you have to just rag it.
Yeah.
But that's why they're good fun.
Yeah.
Is that an Audi RS3? Or an S3? It's an S3.
S3.
The RS3's got the little like
Yeah.
oval exhaust tips, hasn't it? So
Yeah. As a daily driver though, I think
100%. You get the fun as well from having a daily driver, so that's what you
Exactly.
want. You want a combination of practicality and good fun. I mean,
yeah.
because we've got the Fiesta and I drive that for a job and I'm insured on that, so I just take that if I need to. I didn't need a relatively practical car, so I was like, I've always wanted an MX-5, so I was like, I'll forego the practicality, it's just left in here, this Mini is, and I'll have a two-seater, but I do sort of still think I need a practical car.
Yeah.
Because I can only take one friend out.
Yes.
And I do have quite a few mates, and they're like, can we come out? I'm like, well, everyone else has to walk,
Yeah.
and I can take one of you.
Yes.
So it doesn't really work.
It's a little bit depressing sometimes.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for them. I'm like, you have to walk or whatever. So I would quite like a car that's practical.
I feel like this car can do everything. Keeping it real.
You can get 5 people. Can you get 5 in here or 4?
No,
You can get
4-seater.
4 in here. So you can get three of your mates in here.
I did a tip run last weekend, and then you can take it around the B roads. You know, you can just do everything.
And I parked it like that for video, by the way. I don't naturally park like that. I don't think I'll fit in there. Do you want me to move over? See if
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to park it across there.
Okay. Hi! There's you waving at us. It does actually look quite good with the roof off. I've not had the roof off since July, so it's nice.
Yeah.
Nice to actually be able to do that today.
It's
Oh,
nice
the
reminder.
Qashqai typically moves now.
Slot in there.
Oh, it's typical.
Typical
So, yeah.
Qashqai drivers.
Try not to crash into my car, please. Thank you very much.
There we go. Happy days.
Love that. Squeeze it in. Yes, it's a very small car.
Yes. There we go. A drive.
So yeah,
in
that
a
was
Fiat
good.
Panda
That was
100HP.
brilliant.
It's a great
Good
little car.
fun. Yeah, very good fun as well. So that is the lovely FIAT Panda 100HP, owned by Daniel from Daniel Drives,
Yes,
your
yes.
channel, which is actually doing really well as well. So
Somehow.
somehow, no, but it's because this is a good car. It's also rare. There's only like what 1,300 of them in the
Yeah,
UK,
yeah.
so it's very rare.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So yeah, it's been fun. We've been trying to plan this for ages, but my car decided to rot itself to pieces.
Summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
We were going to do it in July.
yeah, we was going to do it, but then basically we wanted to do the car post-restoration and the car took a lot longer than we expected. And it only come back in November and then the weather wasn't good enough. So it's been a long time coming. I was like, I'm going to film a Panda 100HP one day for the channel. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do like a select few cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to do one for the channel. And so yeah, it's
And
been,
now you have.
I know I have. It's brilliant. So
because I've wanted to put a Mazda MX-5 on my channel
Yeah.
for many years now, and finally I have. So it's
Yes.
been a pleasure from both sides.
and
clearly.
luckily it's not rotten anymore,
Yeah.
which is good. Because if you'd have recorded it when it was rotten, we wouldn't have been ragging it around
Yes,
as much.
yes.
So I don't think. But yeah, so it's been really good fun. So obviously make sure to subscribe to Daniel as well. You don't need to subscribe to me because this channel's crap. Because my channel's rubbish. Links in the description below to all the social medias, this, that, and the other. All that blah blah blah. And then I will see you very soon for some more videos. Hopefully, if I can think of anything. I'm going to Japfest soon, so you might get a video there. You might be lucky, you might have one in April. But I'll basically see it when I'm free and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, goodbye.
Oh